2009, a man by the name of James Howells proved himself to be a visionary. He started mining Bitcoin before anyone else had ever heard of it. James managed to stockpile 7,500 Bitcoins when they were just a fraction of a cent per coin. Eventually his girlfriend made him stop. She thought that the computer doing the mining was, quote, getting too noisy. James later ended up throwing the hard drive in the trash, and today this mistake cost him over $400 million.
To get your money, you would need that hard drive.
Yeah, there's a specific file on that hard drive called a wallet file, which the Bitcoin is stored in. And without that file, there is no way of getting the money back because there is no central server that records a log of it.
In 2010, Laszlo Hanyecz bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin, or about $35 at the time. It wasn't the first transaction in Bitcoin, but certainly the most widely publicized. Unfortunately today, these delicious pizzas cost him $500 million.
Is it true some people celebrate the anniversary of the day you bought the pizza?
Yeah, May 22nd, Bitcoin Pizza Day, so
It's called Bitcoin Pizza Day?
It is.
It's stories like this that make Bitcoin such a fascinating phenomenon. Its growth and adoption, at least over recent years, has been mind-blowing. But the story of how Bitcoin came to be is just as interesting. Despite Bitcoin's young age when compared to traditional stores of value, the fundamental ideas behind crypto may be older than you think. So the question has to be asked, where did Bitcoin actually come from? Who is the mysterious individual who invented it? Sit In 2009, a man by the name of James Howells proved himself to be a visionary. He started mining Bitcoin before anyone else had ever heard of it. James managed to stockpile 7,500 Bitcoins when they were just a fraction of a cent per coin. Eventually his girlfriend made him stop. She thought that the computer doing the mining was, quote, getting too noisy. James later ended up throwing the hard drive in the trash. And today, this mistake cost him over $400 million.
To get your money, you would need that hard drive.
Yeah, there's a specific file on that hard drive called a wallet file, which the Bitcoin is stored in. And without that file, there is no way of getting the money back because there is no central server that records a log of it.
In 2010, Laszlo Hanyecz bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin, or about $35 at the time. It wasn't the first transaction in Bitcoin, but certainly the most widely publicized. Unfortunately today, these delicious pizzas cost him $500 million.
Is it true some people celebrate the anniversary of the day you bought the pizza?
Yeah, May 22nd, Bitcoin Pizza Day. So
It's called Bitcoin Pizza Day?
it is.
It's stories like this that make Bitcoin such a fascinating phenomenon. Its growth and adoption, at least over recent years, has been mind-blowing. But the story of how Bitcoin came to be is just as interesting. Despite Bitcoin's young age when compared to traditional stores of value, the fundamental ideas behind crypto
Good evening po dyan sa lahat, no? Anyway, so I'd like to welcome everybody, no? I'd like to welcome everybody. And wait po ha, I'd like to welcome everybody. Check ko lang. Ayan. Ayan. Wait. Welcome everybody. Check ko lang. All right. So, maayong gabi sa tanan dira, no? I'd like to welcome everybody, mga first-timers, many-timers, and of course, the community as well, na alam po natin that every Tuesday, itong tinatawag natin na, they call it the NFT Day. Talaga NFT Day, no? Ano ibig sabihin ng NFT? Mamaya, we will discuss about the NFT. And of course, we will be discussing as well. Kasi the reason why we came into this opportunity, it's because may nakita tayo, no? Global eBody was able to see a certain kind of opportunity na nakita natin na I believe this will benefit the whole community, no? Or sabihin natin, the community, or the community. That will benefit the community. Hindi, of course, kasama siya sa financial, kasama rin siya sa value, kasama rin siya sa pag-building up the community. And also, number one, it's becoming a stronger community as well, no? So, maraming, by the way, babatiin ko muna yung mga nanonood right now, no? Good evening po, Ma'am Analu, no? And sino pa? Si Ma'am Jo, good evening. Ma'am Nancy, good evening. Sir Jay, good evening. Ma'am Regina, good evening po. And of course, si Ma'am Yob, Lot Cab, wow. Maayong gabi po, ma'am, no? Maayong gabi. And of course, si Sir Agustin Colao, good evening po. So, para po sa ano natin for tonight, we will be discussing po for the next around 40 to 45 minutes. We will just talk about bakit po pumasok why did global e-bodies sabihin natin saw this opportunity and we kinuha natin, no? And aside sa kinuha natin, what was the main reason, or what are we expecting? Probably what are we expecting? Parang ganun, no? So basically, ang pag-usapan mo natin the history, no? It's important that we understand ang history po. History of what? The history of technology. Importante po yan. Bakit? The history of technology has been dictating the number one, the business, the society, the environment, the course of any nation, no? Bakit po? Dati, when we talk about technology, the technology was, ang pinag-usapan natin, kung may lampara ka sa bahay, naku, high-tech ka na, di ba? But nowadays, hindi na po, it's not the lampara, no? Kundi, ngayon, it's more about yung isang clap lang, no? Umiilaw na, no? There's light already. So this is what we call the technology, no? Dati, the technology was what? Dati kung yung sandals mo ay matibay, wow, matibay na yung technology mo. But from sandals, nagkaroon ng cart, no? Or yung car, or ano ba Tagalog ng cart? Karwahe? Parang karwahe yata, no? No, karwahe. No, can you imagine? Dati, it was more about the carriage, no? The carriage, no? Napaka-English naman yun. The carriage or yung karwahe, the more gumaganda yung carriage mo, they see you as parang, wow, sophisticated and everything. But for now, it's no longer like that. It's cars, no? Hindi lang cars, but eventually may mga gumagawa na what? Lumilipad na yung mga tao, no? Because why? May mga tinatawag tayo ng yung mga sinusuot nila ng mga drones, no? But these are what we call technology. And because of technology po, as we all know, it really changed everything. And because of technology, it provided a certain kind of opportunity for those individuals, or sabihin natin not just also individuals, but also ang tinatawag natin na siguro the community who saw that it's beneficial for them, or sabihin natin tawag nito a nation saw that this is a good technology. By the way, ang Pilipinas, we have DOST, Department of Science and Technology, I think, no? Can you imagine a nation without without a technology center, I think the nation will fall behind. That's why ang DUST really plays a very strong or a very vital role for any country. I think any country, hindi na po sa Philippines. So right now po, one of siguro ang basihan lang mo natin na siguro let's just focus more sa pag-usapan natin about technology. Kasi technology, it's very wide, di ba? It can be agriculture, it can be weaponry, marami. Pero siguro ang pag-usapan natin, it's more about the sa baluarte ng internet. Ayan, no? Sa baluarte ng internet. Probably, pag-usapan natin yung web, no? Yung web. Jet, are you there? Can you post ayan. Okay. Wow, talaga naman dalawa. Anyway, side lang ha. Ayan. Okay. So, tonight, no, let's talk about it, no. The one of the major breakthrough, especially pagdating sa internet, ay itong tinatawag natin itong web, no. So the web, ano bang web na yan? Is that coming from the spider? Hindi po. It's what we call dati, yan ang tinatawag natin the web, no. Iman, but may mga 1.0 dito, 2.0 tsaka 3.0. Let's discuss it one by one. Okay? So web 1, no? Sa web 1, it talks more about ito yung next jet, no? Ito yung web 1.0. I think many of you saw this, no? Ito. Ito Alta Vista. Ito, I think many of you saw this Alta Vista. I think it was the first introduction about the internet. No? Ito. Can you imagine? Ito yung mga wow, sabi ni Ma'am Regina, wow, may presentation na. Yes! Because may nagfi-feedback po kasi mahirap po kung puro lang dada. No? So, we have to show something, no? And this, we have to show something. It means, ibig sabihin nito, we have to show something very relevant about what is the NFT. No? So, ito siya. So, ito, web 1.0. Ito yung lumang internet. Ayan. So, basically, for us to really describe what is web 1.0, ibig sabihin nito, it's more of company. No? It's more of the company. It's more of the company talking to the mga clients, mga tao. So basically, when the internet was provided, it was more of the corporations that is operating there. So during the time, talagang it's very expensive to create websites. So ito yon, web 1.0. Ngayon, ang sa web 2.0, next jet. Okay. The web 2.0, ito yung enhanced na. No, ano ibig sabihin na enhanced? This is where, because they saw that internet or the website needs community. So basically, ang ibig sabihin ng web 2.0, it focuses more on a community base. That's why dyan lumabas yung YouTube. No? Dyan lumabas yung YouTube. Ano pa? Dito lumabas yung e-commerce, social media, video player. Ang pinakauna, no, before Facebook ay ang MySpace, no? So that's how we started. And of course, after the MySpace, naging Friendster, then eventually it became lumabas po si Facebook. And which is right now, ang tawag po is Meta. Okay? But here is it talks about a community base. Ayan, no? Community, ibig sabihin nito, you must have enough followers or community so that your website or your app, itong tinatawag natin, your app becomes or it stays profitable. No? So when we say profitable, it talks about baka probably finances to support the creator, the content creator, giving value to the community as well. So ito yung web 2.0. Ayan, no? So ano yung mga benefits ng web 2.0? Tingnan natin. Ano bang mga benefits ng 5 mga major? All right, number 1, ito yung tinatawag the information, no? Free sorting of information, marami yan dyan. Dynamic content, ibig sabihin nito, gumagalaw na yung yung ito yung dynamic content that is responsive to user input. Number one, ito yung sa mga Facebook. Ayan. Information flows between the site owner and the site users by means of evaluation and online commenting. Dito yung kung napansin natin, nagko-comment ka sa YouTube kung nagustuhan mo hindi, or kung may tanong ka, tama, or during the time, even sa Facebook right now, di ba? Even sa Facebook right now, if you feel that there's a need for you to comment, nagko-comment ka, di ba? And of course, nag-develop rin ito yung mga lumalabas yung mga API, and of course, of software application, dito din lumabas yung mga apps. And of course, lumabas dito yung marami pang variety of users. Can you imagine, from a very big community, it started to break down into different kinds of community. Bakit? They saw during the Web 2.0, dito nagkaroon ng na-encourage yung different kinds of community as well. No? So, next Jet. So, sa Web 3.0, yan. That is why I'm very excited to inform or to share to the community. Kasi, ang Web 3.0 is more about an individual person. Yes, for individual, tayo. Does it mean wala na yung Web 1, Web 2, Web 3? Nandiyan pa rin siya. It's a culmination. By the way, let us still be sabihin natin aware pa rin tayo kasi number one, yung Web 3.0 natin bago pa lang siya. Okay, it's still a new parang bago pa siyang lumabas ang Web 3.0. So that's why itong can you imagine dito lumabas itong ubiquity. Ano ibig sabihin ito? The service can be used everywhere. Every device is connected to the web. Can you imagine our cell phone? Diba? Hindi pwede walang data. Dapat may data talaga. Or mabilis yung internet mo. Tama? And ito yung sinasabi, a service can be used everywhere. Can you imagine? Remember yung mga banks na pinag-usapan natin? Dati, you have to go to a place, right? To go to a bank, to deposit and to send. Tama? Then eventually, palapit ng palapit yung services until to the point may tinatawag tayo na GCash, Paymaya, or ShopeePay. Diba? Or, actually, marami pa, no? But these are one of the most, three most grabe ang paggamit niya. So, even sa enhanced community, can you imagine, when we talk to people, dati, letter, call, then ngayon, can you imagine, nag-FaceTime tayo, and right now, I can talk to many people through an app called StreamYard, and a platform sa Meta or sa Facebook, and that's why this is how we communicate as well. Can you imagine? Dati, we usually talk through what? Face to face, and eventually, there was an event, no, nangyari, the pandemic, what happened? It changed everything, and right now, the technology evolved. Nag-evolve siya to the point na it becomes very ginawa siya na para sa mga individual. So right now, going back, no, so how did ano ngayon ang ginagawa? What are we doing right now? So, Jet, next, no? So what are we doing right now? We have come and we saw that there is a upcoming technology called blockchain. So ito yung blockchain na yun, I think this was shared to us siguro 2 years ago, no? And this blockchain talagang, ano ba yung block na yan? Kulay black ba yan? No. Here, it's being discussed, no? Blockchain technology defined. A technology is simply defined as decentralized distributed ledger. So basically, medyo, kung sabihin niya masunggutaan no? Don't worry, it's still new. Have time to study this. And I suggest that you study doon sa YouTube natin. But right now, I'm just simply providing you ano ibig sabihin nitong blockchain na to. So basically, the blockchain is, again, di ba, remember, sa Web 3.0, it's more on individual. The blockchain is also decentralized. Ibig sabihin, it is for anyone or for everybody. I can be part of blockchain by having a certain kind of wallet, sa akin yun. Okay? And it belongs to me. Decentralized po yan siya. Okay? Rather than going to a certain bank or an institution that when we say, it's more on it's more on centralized naman yun siya. So right now it's decentralized. It's now designed for individual po yan. So next Jet. So Iman, okay. So we've also heard some cryptocurrency itong word na to. So again, let's explain muna tayo. Ano muna tayo? Medyo classroom muna tayo base ha. So cryptocurrency, it's a digital currency designed to work as a medium of exchange through a computer network that is not reliant on any central authority such as government, bank or bank to uphold or to maintain it, no? So ibig sabihin nito, it's based on number one of the best example of this is Bitcoin. And right now nagkakaroon siya ng a very tremendous amount of value. That is why po, if you want to learn more about this cryptocurrency, I highly suggested po, you check out the YouTube and you study what is cryptocurrency. Bakit po? Because cryptocurrency as well, no? Maraming pros and cons on this part. Totoo. There's a lot of pros and cons about this part. And there's also, it's a high risk, high reward as well. So it's very important that you as an individual right now, nakikinig right now, dapat rin you should also learn, no? Ikaw rin dapat matutunan mo how to operate. Importante yan siya. Okay? So, what else, no? What else? So, Iman, di ba remember tonight is about NFT ba? Correct. It's about the NFT. So, Jet, next stage or ano ba? So, ayan, pag-usapan natin. So, what is NFT? Ayan, napag-usapan natin. NFT stands for non-fungible token, which means it can be neither or replaced nor interchanged because it has a unique property. Ang feature niyan is a digital asset that represents internet collectibles like art, that's what we have, music, eventually we will have the games, we also have that, with an authentic certificate created by blockchain technology that underlines the cryptocurrency. Ibig sabihin to, di ba, remember, we have, yes ma'am, Ma'am Jo, good evening din, no? That's why may tinatawag tayo na play to earn. Ibig sabihin nito, play to earn, so that you will have reward points and eventually it can be converted into converted into pag mailagay siya sa isang platform, again, we call it decentralized exchange. Again, research on that part kasi importante po naman maintindihan natin kung ano yan siya. So that is why tonight you must understand na ang global e-body, ayan, wow, music, papasok na rin. Of course, no? We have, kasi ang blockchain po, it's a very wide platform. It's a very open platform. If we have, actually, we have the technology as well. It's just a matter of, ano bang tawag nun? It's just a matter of making it or into the blockchain. So marami pa tayo niyan, no? So that's why we're very excited kasi po, number one, actually pinagbulay-bulayan din ng mga na Execom. Kung talagang bang is this really beneficial for the community? Which is right now, medyo we are also careful of entering into this kind of sabihin natin, into this kind of opportunity, or we call it the market, no? Kasi we need to be careful kasi po it's still no, it's still a very young market. It's a very young, what's that word again, CO? Industry. It's a very young industry. That's why tayo rin sa global e-body and also the RPS, we're very careful. Hinay-hinay muna. Ano ibig sabihin na hinay-hinay? We are cautious about it. We are not stopping, no, but we are cautiously moving forward. Ayan, no? Bakit po? Because we know that the community as well, we want the community to grow, no? Pag ang gulay, pag bago pa lang siyang namumunga pa lang yan. pag imo nang ilunod og tubig, which is water is good, pero pag ilunod nimo og tubig, meaning buhusan mo ng sobrang daming tubig, namamatay rin ang gulay. Okay? So dahan-dahan lang, careful lang tayo, one step at a time. Correct po, Ma'am Raquel and Ma'am Regina. One at a time. Kasi po, pag, di ba, can you imagine, pag kumain rin tayo, di ba, hinahinay lang para ma-enjoy natin yung ulam, para ma-enjoy natin yung dinner. Tama? Kasi pag sobra namang ganun-ganun, pag nabulunan ka, naku po, ayan, dangerous din yan siya. So, that is why our the RPS it's a platform where everybody is enjoying. And I know bakit? Kasi everybody requested the times 3. Tama ba? So for those people who are enjoying the times 3 na reward points, konting comment naman sa Facebook, either heart, clap, or approve. Ayan, para makita naman natin na marami nag-enjoy tonight, no? So ito yung mga ginagawa natin, no, sa RPS, no. Ang ginagawa natin sa RPS, number 1, we are growing steadily, no, we're growing steadily. We are one step one step at a time. And of course, the next question was, should we embrace this technology? Of course, we have to explain, we have to embrace, but in a way na hindi rin tayo masunog. Okay, bakit man? Because number 1, there are pros and cons of also of accepting again, no, to masyadong mabilis pagpasok. We need to be, number 1, cautious again, no. So are we embracing? Yes, we're embracing cautiously. Ayan. So ang ano yun, did we see an opportunity for the community, yung NFT? Yes, we did. Nakita rin natin. Bakit po? Because sabi nga ni Ma'am Ana Lut, yes, thank you po, no, sa times 3. Hindi po ako ang it's for you. It's not coming from me. It is for you. So we saw an opportunity for the NFT. Bakit po? Because NFT, kahit na it's a very young sabihin natin, it's a very market or it's a very industry, but it's growing. Parang savings din yan siya. Nagsimula tayo ng maliit, 'di ba? Para po sa mga taong nagse-savings po sa pag-ibig. Talagang may alam tayo niyan, no? Pag-ibig M2. You started with a small amount. Pero once you start to do savings, one step at a time, one step monthly, either quarterly, no, or half a year or yearly, then it starts to grow. Usually when nag-grow, makikita mo yan siya pag 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. It's perfectly alright. Rather than sobrang mabilis tayo, ano mangyayari? Baka naman mawala. Okay? RPS pa lang sabog na. What if all dapat all. Wow, talaga naman, di ba? So, again, we are also looking forward that the community as well will grow, hindi lang po sa financially, but also the community will mature. No? Importante rin na maintindihan natin that maturity also, it's important for any community. Kasi pag ang community naman, sobrang toxic, anong mangyayari? No? Actually po, ang dami nating there's so many hype out there na mga NFT. Nakawawa, no? In the news lately, ang daming mga na rug pull. Anong rug pull? In the most simplest way, scam. Ay, naku, Iman, may scam pala dyan sa NFT. By the way, ang scam hindi lang po sa NFT. Ang scam po, kahit saan nakikita nyo po ang scam. Kahit sa pag-ibig, may nasa scam. Nako! Char! Okay. Ang ibig ko sabihin po, we need to be careful as well. Also part of the COMBO, we need to be careful na the project that we are propagating, hindi rin tayo madenggoy, no? So we need to be careful as well. Wow, ang dami nag-react, dami nagsasmile. Bakit na-scam ba kayo noong February 14? Joke lang. Okay, going back, serious muna tayo. Okay. So ang we must be able to grow, not just also the community, kasi importanteng community. That's why we are also expanding. By the way, the RPS, talagang ang daming nagre-react, nagsasmile, tumatawa sila. Hoy, ewan ko na lang. So, going back, let's be serious, no? So, the RPS, no? And by the way, Iman, is there a real world value to it? What I can say is yes. Bakit po? We are the RPS, no, the RPS is part of another ecosystem. May global e-body tayo, and also at the same time, may ano tayo? May e-body tayo. Can you imagine, no? Wow, grabe, ang dami nagko-comment, may hugot. Wala, hindi ako na-scam sa February 14 po. Yan. Going back. So, the question, Iman, may ano ba yan? May real value ba yan? Yes, may real value po. Why? Because we have platforms that is connected po, no? Connected in a way that kahit maputol yung connection, it still can stand on its own. For example, the RPS can stand on its own. It can create more projects. The global e-body, can you imagine the global e-body right now? Di ba? Can you imagine the NFT is part already with the booster? Naku po. Perfect combination. That's why tomorrow po, Wednesday, you might or might not, but I'm sure you will hear the booster. Ayan. Kasi ang booster po, it's an hot item right now. So may mga nagtatanong, Iman, ano ba yung booster na yan? Ano ba yung connection na yan dito sa NFT? Actually po, it's a connection as well. Kasi we have, inside the community, we have people na hindi part ng global body. Nasa RPS lang, which is it's fine. So how do they welcome other people? We have the BNB rewards. By inviting them, we give BNB rewards. That's a way of returning the value to a person by inviting another friend. Meron din tayong mga sa community that is part of the global e-body, which we strongly encourage na for those people part of the e-body, the global e-body, that they will also benefit. That's why inilagay natin sa booster. Now, Iman, ano ba yung booster na yan? Nako, sabi nga ang dami nagsasabi, it's one of a kind. Talaga naman, it's one of a kind. Bakit po? Kasi booster is tomorrow you will listen. Okay? Yan, sabi nga ni Ma'am Rose, combination in one platform. Yes, it's a combination. Pero po, it's much important pag makita natin ano yung booster. And of course, continue pa rin itong RPS community growing and growing. And as well, the global e-body. But then again, ayan, sabi nga na Ma'am Teresita, God bless our booster NFT promo. Yes, it is for the community as well. No? That is for the community. That's why it's important po that we understand na itong ginagawa ng RPS, or if you're part of the RPS community, hindi lang siya nag-iisa, kundi meron pang other platforms that is also what you're also connected to. Okay? So tonight, what I can share more is number one, again, it's basically for tonight, it's basically letting you understand kung ano yung dinadaan, what pushed us into this direction. Is it opportunity? Yes. But also there is a new trend that is being laid upon. Nakikita natin na pwedeng we can benefit. But of course, we are cautious about it. Okay? So, again, I think ang pinaka-hot item right now is the booster. Which ako rin, I would really like the community to take a look kung ano ba talaga yung booster na yan. Pero kung ayaw mo yung booster, it's perfectly right. Kung gusto mo maglaro, walang problema. You can also play, no? The RPS is open for everybody, no? And it's a alam mo, we're very excited kasi po there's more projects to come. And by the way, we will keep upgrading the RPS. We will keep upgrading the RPS. Guaranteed yan. Ano lang tayo, ang tinatawag natin, working behind the scene. Talaga naman, working behind the scene. And of course, aside from that, for those people as well na mahilig who has the capacity to market the product and also build an organization with them, well, I suggest that you take a look sa Global eBody. Bakit po? Because sa loob ng Global eBody, this is where you start to see the booster. And you will really benefit sa booster. You will really benefit sa booster. And of course, ano pang iba? Well, number one, if you are an online seller, Iman, I'm more of an online seller. Sure, why not? We have a platform called eBuddy, no? And I'm sure you've heard that si MD has been sharing ilang tulog na lang. Actually, ilang tulog pa talaga. just to be just to be clear with you, ilang tulog pa talaga. Bakit po? Because this platform is very complex, and may mga magigiting time na mga app developer dito na walang tulog na talaga. Ilang mga matagalurat na. So maluoy po na nila. Anyway, in Tagalog po, uh, ano bang Tagalog ng overtime? Englishin na lang natin. Nag-overtime ang ating mga app developer. Okay? So, we have three, no? We have three. Number one, the global iba. Tama, lumilinaw na paunti about the booster. Yes, it's important na maintindihan natin kung ano yung booster. And that's why every Monday rin, we have an in-depth understanding about the marketing plan. That's Monday. On Tuesday, we have the NFT. And Wednesday, ito yung kabuuan. So, for example, if you have may mga first timers tayo na gusto mo imbita sa ano natin sa online, you can invite them during Wednesdays. And Wednesdays and Saturdays as well. Now, on Thursday naman, it talks about Iman. Alam mo, I'm more of a product oriented. Well, we have anong tawag nun? The MelliWil. Alam mo yung pag inom mo ng MelliWil, naku po, sisiga talaga yung ano mo. Ibig sabihin sisiga, you will become more healthier. Talagang hindi ka na masascam dyan ng pag-ibig. Now, joking aside. Sabi natin, Iman, I'm more of a product-oriented. Then, every Thursday po, we have nagtatrabaho na lampas sa oras. Yan pala Tagalog na yan. Ang haba pala, no? Lampas sa oras, overtime. Oh, okay. So, sabi natin, Iman, I'm more of a product-oriented. Every Thursday po, we have that. And of course, importante rin that we must understand, maintindihan rin natin yung dashboard. That's why every Friday po, talagang pinilit ko talaga si CIO dito na magsalita siya. Bakit po? Actually, right now, tambak po ang trabaho niya. Pero sabi ko, mahal, talaga naman. Love mo ba talaga ako? Grabe. Mag-speak ka every Friday. Joking aside. Every Friday po, what we're doing is we are orienting the community to understand the dashboard. Ang dashboard po, malaki ang dashboard ha. So you must be able to understand saan nanggagaling yung profit mo or your income mo. So dapat makikita natin sa dashboard. Okay? That's on Friday and also on Saturday. This is where sila MD, of course sila CFO, sa ano po, every Saturday, I think that's 1:30, tama ba? 1 o'clock. Ito yung, again, for any mga first-timers po, you can plug them in. And of course, pagdating ng 3:15, correct?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. The leaders, okay. Why do we call them leaders? Okay. In the description of leaders, ito yung mga tao na they have seen or they have committed a certain time of their daily life to do the business. And they want to understand more. So during every 4 o'clock, ito yung sabi ni Ma'am Analu, yes, kailangan po talagang technical lalo na po sa meron po mga apps. Yes, yung mga apps natin upcoming rin. Okay. So every Saturday, this is where the leaders, they must be able to understand again that they are also the driver. No, they are the driver of their business as well. So they must be understand kung saan sila papunta. Kung ano yung direction nila, kung anong goals nila. Okay? So sabi nga ng Ma'am Regina, magandang mapaliwanag po ni CEO Ma'am Timmy at hindi siya mabilis. Kaya ano nangyari nun? Kaya nasusundan po lahat. Yes, clear po talaga. Actually, teacher po talagang background ni Ma'am Timmy. Bakit siya naging teacher? 5 po anak namin. Kaya naging teacher ba siya?
Pero nung bata, sabi ko, I wanted to become a
Pero sabi nga daw nung bata pa daw siya, she wanted to become a teacher. So, pinag-aralan niya, lumagpas, naging principal. So, at least strict na teacher. Joking aside, so every Saturday, it's important na ikaw, as a driver of your business or a business owner of your own, sabihin natin, of your own action, dapat maintindihan po natin that, that in your daily action, dapat clear sa'yo. Okay? So, dapat clear sa'yo. So, again, yung po yung schedule natin. Jet, can you show again our schedules so that they will, makita nila yung by the way, si Jet, from Singapore to siya, no? Natuto lang talaga siya mag-Tagalog. No? Kasi napilitan siya mag-Tagalog. Can you show the schedule, Jet? Please, thank you. Ayan. We'll just wait na lang. Ayan. Lalabas na yan siya. So, I hope that you have, for tonight lang muna to ha, I hope that you have learned a little bit of yung industry natin, kung ano yung pinasok natin sa industry, no? Bakit tayo pumasok dito? Ano yung mga cryptocurrency, ano yung mga NFT? Next Tuesday po, no? Next Tuesday, we will open, ito muna, the new skeds.
Then may nag-chat before going daw a little about the RPS game. Ano daw yung ×3? Pwede mo daw bang
Oh, yes. Babanggitin ko yan. Okay, after the schedule, ito. Check nyo muna. Check nyo muna yung schedule. Every Monday, 6:45, ito yung Complan training. Every Tuesday, ito yung the NFT, the play to earn, which is, I will discuss about a little bit about the game as well. The Wednesday, ito yung 3 p.m. As you can see now. Ito yung sumusunod na yan siya. Alright? So, Jet, can you post the extended ×3? Thank you, Jet. Alright. Sa loob po ng game, ng RPS, which ipapromise ko by, sabi ni Ma'am Yob, Sir Iman, taga saan man di ay ka? Oh, Tagalog na may halong Bisaya. Taga ano ako? Taga dito po ako. Joking aside. Nandito lang po ako sa tabi-tabi. Joking aside. Okay, mamaya. So, the game RPS, anong game yan siya? What does RPS mean? It's rock, paper, scissors. Okay? So, I think we know how we play the game, tama? Bato, pick. Alright? So, the game, which I will promise by next week, magbubukas tayo ng game, maglalaro tayo next week, o how does it look like? Okay? Tapos may naririte, ano ba yung ×3 na yan? Kasi ganito yan, ma'am. Okay? Or sir. The developer suggested for the early adopters para mag-enjoy naman sila sa game, no? Ita ×3 yung reward points. Okay? So, we understood, no? Naintindihan po namin. So, ginawa po natin, nag ×3 tayo. Now, Iman, saan ko ba pwede siya laruin? Unfortunately, pwede po natin laruin siya sa laptop, kung may laptop po tayo. Or, as we all know, halos lahat may cellphone. Saan may cellphone natin? Ayan pala. Cellphone, no? So, we can use them. For now, what we're doing is web app, which is okay naman, walang problema yan.
mobile response?
Mobile responsive naman siya according to CIO. But very soon, we will be having Android muna. Kasi we all know that the community is Android user. Okay? So, it's all, actually, hindi siya for all ages kasi ang 1-year-old, medyo mahirapan siya. Klaro. So, actually, when we say, actually, 6 or 7, pwede na sila. Kung marunong sila maglaro, no, ng bato-bato pick, ayan. Sabi nga ng cellphone ko, tama na daw. Joke lang. So, we can use laptop, mobile, and again, we will be coming out with a web app very soon, no? And of course, tawag nito, by next week, magbubukas po ako how it looks like. Siguro kung kung may time tayo this Friday, tatungin ko si Ma'am CIO kung pwedeng sumingit, no? Kung pwedeng sumingit, makita lang ng mga tao yung game kung may mga first timers po tayo. And of course, by the way, by March 10, matatapos na yung tournament. Eee! Today is March 8. Wow. Sino kaya ang number one? No? And by the way, hinahanapan natin ng paraan yung yung may nag-suggest, which is it's very good. Yung certificate na gagawin nating NFT. Talaga naman. Naghahanap na tayo kung saan natin we are looking for a platform na gagawin siyang NFT. Talaga naman. Yung naman, yung magandang platform, di ba? And I'm sure everybody's excited po para sa mga top 10 na yan. Ayan, no? So, ang dami excited, no? So, by March 10, matatapos na tayo. And of course, pero yung times 3 po, extended po yun for the next 30 days. So, feel free to play, enjoy the game, no? And of course, may natanong, wow, sino kaya, no? Makikita natin doon sa you can log in, you can check the leaderboard, makikita natin yun doon kung sino yung number 1. Talaga naman. And of course, no, again tonight I'm very grateful that we have wow, with lamination. Ma'am, the lamination. Pag NFT po, ma'am, walang lamination. Digital po yan, ma'am. But we will send you a soft copy so that you can have it printed. Pero ma'am, mas enjoy Ma'am ML na gawin nating NFT yan. And we have already considered three platforms where we can create the digital lang po. Ayan, NFT, yeah, correct. That we can create the NFT po. Okay? So again, no, ilang araw na lang, it's 8, so 2 more days to go. Magma-March yan, matatapos na po ang leaderboard tournament season 1. And of course, may season 2 yan. Okay? So chill lang tayo niyan. Okay? So I guess we have learned a little bit, no? We'll do it every one step at a time. We're learning. So maraming salamat po sa lahat for those who joined us. And I hope that I hope na this Friday makasingit tayo ng yung NFT game. Okay? Pero definitely by next week po on March 14. Hindi na po siya February 14. Okay? March 14, magbubukas po tayo ng RPS game. Okay? So maraming salamat po. God bless to all. And see you tomorrow for our booster. Ayan, talaga naman. I hope si MD will show the booster. Kasi alam mo si MD, siya yung magaling mag-discuss about booster. Okay? So see you bukas. So maraming salamat po. God bless to all.